What's up guys, Starstudio here. Today we got new cards from the Abyss storyline in Battles of Chaos. Now usually the Abyss storylines are a good thing, but as it says here, 5 discussed for Ice Jades. So stuff forgotten, I don't blame you for forgetting about them, they're very forgettable. They're a really bad water archetype that is somehow connected to the Abyss storyline. But there's apparently also some Swordsoul cards that actually have potential and are part of the meta. And even a branded spell, so let's first go to the useless Ice Jades. Let's see if they somehow fix the archetype. I doubt it, but let's see. First off we have Cosmo, Croix, the Ice Jade, Imperatrix. It's level 10 water aqua effect monster. 0 attack, 3000 defense. Can only special summon with the first effect on its turn. If there is a face-up card in the field zone, you can special summon it from your hand. Situation still self-special summon, but a special summon nonetheless. Monster your opponent controls cannot activate the effects on the field while Indian Cradle, the Ice Jade, Depth is on the field, except the turn they were summoned. So this is like basically reverse lose one turn or something. That sounds terrible. Like they can just do their stuff and then in a later turn they suddenly do nothing, but like... I mean, I guess if you already control that card, they special summon this. When going second, suddenly their monster can't activate it. I guess there's some potency, but then remember if they have any negates, they'll already use them. If your Ice Jade monster battles an opponent's monster, the opponent's monsters lose starts attack during damage calculation only. Ah, yes, the classic battle effect, the very strong effect. Well, that was terrible. Eagle of the Ice Jade, level 3 water aqua effect, 1000 attack, 2000 defense. Both effects are once per turn. Which card's normal special summon can add an Ice Jade spell trap from your deck to your hand. Usually searching isn't bad, but it depends on the rest of the card, and in general the archetype isn't impressive so far. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets this card, or when the opponent's monster declares an attack on this card, quickly you can special summon a water monster from your hand to graveyard, except itself. But return it to the hand during the end phase. Also the next time this card will be destroyed by battle or a card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. I guess it sounds somewhat decent actually, I guess that's not too bad, even for something that mostly will probably trigger in the battle phase or something. It's on top of the first effect, that makes it perhaps a bit decent. If the rest of the archetype was good, this would have been a good effect. Kingfisher, the Ice Jade ship. Third effect is once per turn. You can target a water monster you control if this card equip this card from your hand or field to that target. Okay. Basically Onion then. It's a level 9 water aqua effect by the way, 3500 attack and defense. An Ice Jade monster equipped with this card can attack while in face of defense position. If it does, apply its defense for damage calculation. So its second effect basically is it's basically an equipped card that steals Super Heavy Samurai's gimmick, okay. You can target the face of monster your opponent controls with attack equal to or less than the equipped monster's defense. But summon this card if you do return that target to the hand. That's a convoluted bounce. I guess it kind of can get rid of cards and easily special summon itself, but it doesn't exactly give me any kind of advantage, and it requires some preset conditions. Not impressed by this one. Indian Cradle, the Ice Jade Depth, field spell. Ah, so that's the card the other one mentioned. You can activate one card, this card name per turn. When this card resolves, you can add one of your Ice Jade monsters that is banished or in your graveyard to your hand. Why not from your deck? Why is it only when it resolves? That sucks. Okay, whatever. Each turn of a monster's normal special, you can target the water monster you control, the target all face of monster your opponent currently control, with attack equal to the target's original attack at the end of this turn. Yeah, this is like complete garbage. Wow, I'm almost impressed by how bad these are. Ice Jade Erosion. Both effects are once per turn each, okay. The first effect you can target the face of card your opponent controls, destroy an Ice Jade monster you control, and if you do, negate the target's effect until the end of this turn. I guess they have some revival ways. If a face of water monster you control leaves the field by your opponent except by being destroyed. That's bad. Okay, whatever. You can take an Ice Jade monster from the deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. That's, I guess, decent, but like the rest of the deck isn't exactly great. Like, I'm starting to see somewhat of a potential thing here, but they're not there yet, maybe with future support. Xixeng Longyuan, the Swordsoul Catastrophe. Obviously I butchered that name, I'm not Chinese. I assume these are Chinese, I think they're Chinese. They're Chinese. Yeah. I don't speak Chinese, so sue me. Level 10, Fire Worm Synchro Effect Monster, another level 10, okay. 2900 attack, 2300 defense. Requires a tuner and a non-tuner worm monster. Can use the first, second, third effect of its card name each once per turn, okay, 3 once per turn effects. If you synchro summon another worm synchro monster, you can draw a card. Basically a pseudo hype librarian for Swordsoul. Although you need to synchro summon a synchro. Not special summon. So you probably need a really good setup to resolve this, but hey, I mean, draw a card's never bad, right? If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish one of them, and if you do, inflict 12 damage to your opponent. Now, since the burn is on multiple cards, this might start being relevant. Also, banishing is a good type of removal, it doesn't seem to target, and it's a special summon. Actually seems decent, okay? Third effect, when your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect quickie, you can banish that card, and if you do, inflict 12 damage to your opponent. Okay, big burn. Okay, now that burn is adding up. It doesn't negate the spell of trap, however. But it's on top of the second effect, like, that's the thing. Against something like Eldritch, I could imagine the banish being very, very relevant. Eldritch is probably still a threat at this point. It's also very good, of course, against continuous spells and traps. Field spells as well. Or something like Invocation, you know, against Invoked. Okay, you can use your Invocation, but it's now banished. Meaning they can't do their thing. You play this card because the first second effect, but the third effect is a nice bonus, if you ask me. Definitely gonna play this card in Swordsoul. Probably one copy, but you're gonna play this. It's decent. Decent stats. If you can get the first effect off, it's really, really good. If this card stays on the field, you get an insane grind game, by the way. If you can keep this card on the field, oh boy. Yeah, second effect is just nice. It's decent interruption. Yeah, this is a decent card. Swordsoul Sati, continuous trap card. Can use the first effect and second effect of its card name each once per turn. If a card becomes banished, you can banish a worm synchro monster or Swordsoul card from your hand, deck, or graveyard, or either field. Wait. If a card becomes banished, you can banish one worm synchro monster or Swordsoul card from your hand, deck, graveyard, or from either field. If I'm seeing things right here, this means in the mirror match. If a card becomes banished, you can just banish an opponent's Swordsoul card. Or Worm Synchro. Is that how this card works? Am I getting this right? I think that's how it works. If that is how it works, this card is devastating in the mirror match, and we'll see play in the mirror match for sure. Outside of that, I don't think it's that great. If it was a continuous spell, you know, it would be a way to potentially play around hand traps or something. You know, since they have the second effect where if they're banished, you can special on a token. But it being a trap's a bit too slow, maybe. But yeah, I can definitely see this being played at least in one of the middle matches, just because synergy. Interesting. And finally we have the branded card. Hope this card is good, because the branded Despia cards look sick. Continuous spell card, both effects once per turn each. Low control level 8 or higher Fiend Fusion monster, you can negate any effect of a monster with currently 0 attack and or defense activated by your opponent. And it's once per turn. I don't remember many effects that changed attack to 0. They probably have a lot, otherwise this wouldn't be here. At the end of the damage step of 2 monsters with 0 attack battles, you can destroy the opponent's battling monster. I don't remember every branded card. I guess it's searchable, and it's probably a decent one-off, but I can't remember every single branded card off the top of my head. Because somehow it's suddenly connected to that weird ritual thing that was there for, I don't know. Anyways. Jade is still terrible, no surprise there. Swordsoul cards both have some potential. This is a mirror match killer. And this is just a good synchro. It's just good. In fact, these effects are quite generic. I don't think this is only a Swordsoul thing. I think this is a generic good worm synchro. So all 3 Tenji players out there or something, rejoice, you have a good new synchro. And yeah, the skills mirror matches. In fact, I guess you could cite this in any deck against Swordsoul if they ever become strong enough. That's interesting. Yeah, outside of that, not really that impressed. The branded card might be playable, but still doesn't look exactly impressive. And yeah, the Ice Jades. They're getting somewhat of a direction, but they still need better support to do anything, I feel. So yeah, that's the review. Start signing out. Peace. Have a beautiful day.